Hey, what's up, everybody? Make sure I can see your chats going on. Believe I'm live. Looks like I'm pinwheeling and my computer's freezing. So we'll see. Alright, well, my computer's frozen, so I'm not sure if I'm live, so I'm just gonna jam for a little bit while it stops pinwheeling. Folks, I don't know what's going on. All right, maybe now. Let's see what we got going. Hey, am I back? Maybe now. Hey, all right, maybe now. Here we go. How we doing today? Let's see what we got going. Sorry for my technology level. Hey, am I back? Hey. I don't really have any excuses. I need to get better at this kind of stuff. This is what I'm doing. How are we doing today, everybody out there? I'd like to get started. Tell me where you're learning from. That'd be the first question I got. Where are my live guys? I'm doing great today. Thank you, Grace. I'm doing great today. Excited to teach you how to write some songs on the ukulele. So we're doing a group class today. We're going to walk through. This one's going to be less of a chat. It's actually going to be more of a class. Like you guys that were at the last live feed, you know that I used to be an English teacher. Classroom, that's something I missed. So my goal here today is to talk about how to write the song on the ukulele with a chord-based approach. So if you're watching on YouTube and you look in the description for this video, you can see a link to patreon.com/post/162448891. It is a free download with the PDF that I put together for today's class, all right? So the idea is that you're going to go over there and download that bad boy and follow along with us, all right? All right. So who in this chat here is a songwriter? Do I have any songwriters? What experience do you have with songwriting? I'd like to see some comments based on that to know who is learning or who is writing their own songs out there and what approaches that you're doing. Hey, Ireland, back in the house. Good to see you, my man. Any songwriters? Any songwriters? It looks like I'm not seeing many of you guys out there. It's just Laren. We have one right there. Madison, no, but I want to be. Taylor, me. I try, but I'm not great with Kira. I know nothing, Alien Taco. Well, this is going to be helping for you. Taylor, 3 years. Me, want to be. Okay. A younger me wrote some horrible ones. That's fine. There are some horrible songs. That's part of learning this. That's the first step, all right? Okay, never tried. So this one's going to be great for you, J Pink. So the first thing that you got to do is, well, there's 3 ways to approach writing a song, okay? We have an approach where we can learn with chords first, with melody first, or with lyrics first. Why? All right? So today we're going to be looking at the chord-based approach, okay? Hey, Robbie, man, you're the dude. Happy to be here, man. Good to hear from you, my man. Oh, fooling around with your first song right now. Well, this should be helpful for you, all right? I would like to write one about my kids, John. Well, hopefully we're going to have some tips for you along. If you guys get that and you download that PDF that's in front of you, what you're going to notice is you're going to notice some chords in certain clone. The thing that you have to do when you are writing a song on the ukulele is know what key you're going to play it. Important to know what key you're playing in, because when you know what key you're playing in, you're able to choose what chords that you're going to be using for jamming, okay? If you, for example, are going to play in the key of C, a very common key on the key of in music in general, you have a C chord, a D minor, an E minor, an F chord, a G chord, an A minor chord, a B diminished 7 chord, or we could probably play that down here a little better, and a C chord. Hey, Thad, what up, man? Honestly, any songs that I've written, it just it comes out of something I feel. Yeah, I definitely want to stay with that. From having you guys doing things that are away from your feeling. What I want to do is I want to sharpen your toolbox to not have any technical limitations, but you are only harbored by your creativity, okay? So I hope you guys got your ukulele in front of you. That would be the ideal scenario because we just went through those chords. So the idea is you got a C chord, a D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and a C. And what you're going to do with these chords is you have to start to think about some chord progressions. That's the first thing that you're going to do, okay? So you can use any of those chords in any order you want. If I were to play, for example, C, F, G, C, you would, hey, thank you, Margaret. She needed a little bit of love, but I gave the high tide a little bit of love. So we're just going to go through a C, an F, and a G chord, and then back to C, like with Old Faithful, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, C, down, up, down. And you can hear that this is already probably a million songs you know, right? And I came up with these chords just by knowing the chords in the key of C. If you have that little PDF in front of you, right? And with that, you can make a million. It sounds happy, it feels happy. I'm teaching everybody how to write a chord. No way to song, but we're picking our chords. Go C chord, and then I change to the F. But we need a little G and then back to the C, I guess. Well, this is my song, come and sing along. It makes no sense, but I got it going on. All right, so that's one way to do it, to start with these chord progressions and then just improvise some ideas. The B thingy chord I did, Kira, was this B diminished shape. All right, let me get up close and tight on this one. here is pointer finger, 1st fret, middle finger, 1st fret on the G and the E strings, ring finger on the 3rd fret, and my pinky on the, 2nd fret, and my pinky on the 2nd fret. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is a B diminished 7 chord. Now, when you're learning how to write songs, this is what they call a passing chord. What's a passing chord? Is the chord that we're going to just, if we were to go, for example, C, F, G, and C. Between the G and the C, we could create extra tension with this diminished. Something like. All right, and that's how you would use the diminished chord, okay? So the B chord, well, that was the B diminished. The B major chord, because you're asking about the B, would look something like this. But then we've created something that's called non-diatonic. So when you're learning a song, the chords in your key are called diatonic chords, and the chords out of your key are called non-diatonic chords. So that means in the key of C, we don't have a F sharp minor. You can get those chords in there, but then what you're doing is you're borrowing chords and notes from other keys, making it much more complicated. So while you're writing your very, very first songs, all right, I would recommend choosing chords and chord progressions that you're familiar with, avoiding bar chords, avoiding diminished chords, and keeping them simple, okay? All right, so we have looked at our chords of the C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and B diminished. Chat, and I want someone out there watching right now to suggest a chord progression with these chords, all right? I see asking about the E chord, the E major chord or the E minor. In this key, we'll be using the E minor. E minor. Okay, so anyone have any ideas with some chord progressions that we can use with these chords? If you want to make it sound a little sadder, you use more minor chords. You want to make it sound a little happier, you use more major chords. With my C, I can go from a C to an A minor, to an F, to a G, to a C. And all I'm doing is using that paper that I have that I put the link in the description for you guys to download and just choosing chords based on a key. In the key of A, I can go A, F sharp minor, D, E7. And all we're doing is creating our own chord progressions. You also need to understand the structure of a song. When you're writing your own song, you need to know what an intro is, you need to know what a verse is, you need to know what a chorus is, and you need to know what a bridge is, for example. Who can tell me, okay, A minor, F, C. I see Connie in this. She's saying A minor, F, C. Bye, Grace. Thank you for checking us out. So we got A minor, F, and a C. Now, we were just talking about things like, oh, welcome back, Grace. So we were just talking about things like a bridge, a chorus, a verse. We can use this A minor, F, and C for our verse. Now I see it's just Laren, and she's saying A minor, G, C. Well, why don't we go ahead and switch that and make it a chorus? Now watch the power of just one chord change. We're gonna go A minor, F, C. Ooh, I'm getting some good chord progressions now. D minor, G, A minor. I like the A minor, F, C. All right, now watch what happens when I go A minor, G, C. We created the whole, we changed the whole vibe of the song. A minor, G, and C. So that could be our verse and our chorus. Our verse may be something like, well, A minor. Someone, let's suggest some ideas. What should we write our song about? We're going to go ahead and write this song together. I also like that D minor, G, A minor, P. Maybe we'll use that for a little bridge. So our first chord progression is going to be A minor, F, C. And we're going to use that for our verse. You'll also notice I'm using a chunk strum. You can vary the dynamics Your dog. I see we're gonna write a song about a dog. Regards from Mexico. Love to Mexico. Hey, Ukulele Chiefs, what's up? Basil, what's up, brother? Man, if you guys aren't subscribed to Ukulele Chiefs, you got to go check that one out. He's for sure crushing it. Every single Saturday, I'm watching his tutorials. I'm learning a lot with him as well, too. Man, and we are discussing a minor, F, and C as the bass for our verse, and then a minor G, C as our chorus, okay? So dogs are so kind. You can write a song about anything. I see people talking about the dogs. We could say, my dog sleeps all day till 12. All he wants to do is sleep on the shelf. I don't know why my dog sleeps on the shelf, but I love my four-legged friend. Well, I love my four-legged friend. Finger picking break. All right, we can write about high school too. I can't seem to take my dog to school. If I could, school would be a lot more cool. I'm just talking about my four-legged friend. He is the best one again. And then you go on your break. Okay, so I see a comment from here. Hey, desde Colombia, yo también estoy en Colombia. Yo estoy en Medellín. ¿De qué parte sos? So what we're talking about with the finger picking, Robbie, what I'm doing is I'm just doing like a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. So I'm just kind of more or less getting my thumb to get that bass going. Hey, también sos de Medellín, que bacano. Yo vivo al lado de San Juan. And I'm using my finger picking to create a little break, all right? Scotland in the house. So what we're doing here is we are just using a couple of chords with a couple of keys and creating a circle. Now I heard someone say something about how do you know how you're gonna get your chords to match your voice? I would recommend this. Think about the songs that you sing well. Think about a song that you sing and you play it and your friends and family go, fantastic. That's the best song you sing. Analyze those chords and figure out the key of that song. Because a lot of times there's certain keys that your voice is naturally going to sing better. Key like D, for example, than I do in a key of C. Or even E flat is a key that I get a little more comfortable in. By knowing what key that you sing well in and knowing those chords, then you're able to create songs based on that. So, example, you sing Bad Moon Rising by Creedence really well. I see a bad moon rising. I see troubles on the way. Well, you got to analyze the chords to figure out what key you're in. I'm playing a D, an A major, and a G. Again, if you have that little link in that PDF I told you, you can look at that. Or there's a lot of different ways to see what chords are in different keys. You can just Google what chords are in what keys, and you can see all these sheets. And I know that D is my 1, G is my 4, and A is my 5. So if I know I can sing this well, and I know these chords work for me, I'm going to start to look around for the key of D and other chords in the key of D. When you learn the key of D, you'll see you have a D chord, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A, B minor, and then back to a D. So because I know that that well works for my voice, that would be a good place for me to start to play with chord progressions. Maybe we'll do something a little more unique. D, E minor, and D, and E minor. Okay, so that's interesting. And we can use this for our verse, right? So what we're doing is we're creating a bass based on certain chords that combine with our keys a little more naturally. How do you know what strumming pattern to match up with your chords? Okay, that's a very good question as well. Your key, your natural key is at F sharp. I'm pretty close with you, man. I like the E flat. You're about a whole step ahead of me, man. So, hey, thank you, Michelle. I love that you love our videos. That's why we're doing it. So how do you match up a strumming pattern with your chords? You have complete freedom over your strumming pattern because this is your song. So you can start with certain strum patterns that you're already comfortable with. Classic down, down, up, down, up. Or maybe down, 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 up, down, 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 down. I find that certain strum patterns create certain emotions. I use, the more edge, the more rock and roll it is, the more I give it, right? Down, 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 down. I'm making the song sound a little more rock and roll right off the bat. If that's not the emotion that I'm going for, then I start to mix it up from there. It's also good to know, guys, everybody out there watching, you can do a strum pattern multiple times on a chord. Or you can do half a strum pattern. And I know that seems obvious, but you can create a lot of interest. Let's look at an example. I have a chord progression that goes C, A, F, G, all right? Classic, let it be chord progression. I'm yours chord progression. Basically every single pop song on the radio right now chord progression. And I want to give it a little more spice and pizzazz to set me apart from my peers, all right? Well, maybe one time through, I'm in the key of C, maybe one time through, I'll just do one strum on the chords. Add a mute. So that's a way to mix it up in terms of strum patterning. Yes, Lynn, this video will be up on the stream for a while after. The ideas are just to get people more comfortable with writing their own songs because I kind of want to hear what you guys are writing out there. And I want to encourage you to write your own songs. A tool to express your creativity. And after a long time of playing other people's music, there comes a time in a musician's life when they should take that podium and start to write songs. I really encourage it. Okay? That diminished chord, I don't hardly see it ever. That's a great question, Cynthia. The diminished chord is used much more in a passing. You will see it a lot in jazz, but it's most common when you're going to see it with, for example, one beat. So let's take a look at our chord progression, and let's say we're going to go C. Let's go F, D minor, C. Classic jazz progression. Oops. We're going to go D minor, G7, C. Let's do that. Right there, if you want to, you can cut that G7 up and add some diminished flavor to it. Something like, or you could use it for a whole strum beat. It's just a very, very tense chord. So when I say something like passing, I mean you can use it in context and touch on it, but you don't have to live on it. You want to just hit it and keep moving. I've written a song a long time ago I'm not so proud of. Okay, here's another thing, guys, about songwriting. If you complete the song, you should be proud of it. A lot of people just finish half a song. What I would encourage you to do is just finish the song, because by making a habit of finishing the songs you write, you're going to slowly start to make songs in semi-trucks passing outside. You're going to slowly start to make songs that you are proud of. It is a work of art. And if you have written a song, no matter how good you think it is or how bad it is, you should be proud of it because you've already put in more time and effort than a lot of other people. All right. Okay. Yeah, ukulele cheats, that's a great point too. It is about polishing, and the first time you play a song, very few songs you guys are going to put together in 10 minutes. Mike, what's up? It's a slower process. So the first time you get your tune, maybe you just have just the chords. But let's say later I want to add a riff to it, for example. Beautiful song that I'm really, really liking, and it goes E minor, G, D, and C. Okay, and I got lyrics and everything. How can I make this a little more interesting? Well, This is the polishing phase that Ukulele Cheats was talking about. I can do something like finger pick the 2 middle strings. And look at all the movement that we were able to create just with that little trick, right? So that's that polishing phase. I wouldn't worry about a song being perfect the first time you play it. I would just worry about getting it done. What does it have? You guys, you gotta have to know what an intro is. When I was a younger boy, I cut my pinky off. That's as straight as it gets. That has nothing to do with writing a song unless you feel like writing a song about the time I cut my pinky off. So what you can do is start with your intro, then think about a verse, think about a chorus, and then think about a bridge. I personally usually start with the verse because I find it a little easier to let the song give a direction. But another great place to start is a chorus. And when writing a chorus, don't be afraid to be repetitive. Think about the radio right now. There's a lot of repetition. Not everything has to be intricate and detailed. There is a power just for finishing something. You can write a song called My Ukulele Song. This is my ukulele song and I finished it. Oh yeah, I finished it. Oh yeah, I finished it and it's done. And you can just say that over and over again. And at the end of the day, you did it, right? So this is encouraging you to kind of take from some of those myths with those and get away from these illusions and intimidations that you have around it. So let's look at a comment here. I have chords in mind, but I don't know how to start with the lyrics and make it sound like they sound good together. The chords are A minor, G7, C, G, A minor, G7, C, and G. I would say start with humming through that. Da 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 da, ba ba da 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 da. And then kind of start to follow that line and see if you can create melody that way and fill it in. Do 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 do, da 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 da, and that kind of ba da 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 would be your basis for creating lyrics. I want to write a song, but don't feel bad if it goes a little longer either. All right. I can never come up with a rhythm and it sucks. Anna, maybe finger picking would be a good place to start. All the rhythms don't have to be strum patterns. Incorporate different strum patterns with them, but also too, even when you're writing a song at first, another tip with that would be just down strums. I need to come up with some lyrics before I come up with a strum pattern. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think everyone has it in them to write a song, and everything else I'm doing is just improvising and having some fun with it and telling some jokes. But the difference between these jokes and the actual songwriting process, okay? How do I chunk and transition the chords? I would practice those independently. I would worry more about at first keeping your transitions between your chords smooth, and to practice that, I would practice it away with no strum pattern. The strum pattern could be something that you can fill in a little later. The chords first and then the lyrics. That's a great question, Madison. So Madison asked, with first, the chords or the lyrics? And I would say there's 3 different ways to write a song. First your chords, first your lyrics, or first your melody. Depending on what I'm doing, I'm going to approach them in different ways. Sometimes I usually just do something with a melody first. And then I'll try to put lyrics to that and harmonize it. But if I'm doing chords, then I'm worrying more about the structure of the song before the lyrics. If I'm writing lyrics first, then what I do is I try to get my lyrics as tight as possible and then put them to it. So who has a lyric that they really love that they would like to share in the chat that I can use to kind of create a song with, to give an example of how you can start with your lyrics first? Carl Gratchett. Humming always helps me with the melody as well too. Hey, Carl's a friend of mine from Michigan. If you guys see the chat, he makes great videos on Michigan culture, and you should check him out. All right, good dude, and he is as Michigan as can be. Okay. Anyone got out there any lyrics for me to get started on this bad boy? Another way I start is riff. I really like to jam, so I might, after choosing a key, kick it off with a riff. Let's say I want to play in D minor, and my chord progression goes D minor, F sharp, A7 to an F. So I got this chord progression in my head. I'll start with a riff and think about chord tones. Minor pentatonic scale. Has a D note in it and an F note in it. And so does my B flat chord. So I'm thinking about the chords when I'm creating my riff. And I'm trying to highlight chord tones. Tones from my scale that are both in my chord as well. So maybe my riff would sound something like this. But then the next time we go to that A7. And so now I have a riff that I can use to kick my tune off. And I can use that as a structure to start filling in my lyrics. Ah, Carl, sorry to make you blush, brother. All right, Robbie, man, happy that you were able to come and check it out. These are just some ideas to get you guys writing songs, all right? Okay, folks, so what have we discussed? We've discussed some chords, some chord progressions. Here's the summary of what we got going on, all right? So you're writing with your chords first. A, choose a key. Chords in that key. C, experiment with different chord progressions. D, identify certain chord progressions you enjoy. 5, decide how many chord progressions you're going to have. 6, start to fit in the lyrics. Play it a lot. And then 8, add the hot sauce on at the end, because that hot sauce at the end is going to be your riffs and some things like that, all right? That with you guys this Friday afternoon to talk about a couple of things out there that you can play on the ukulele to write your own songs. But I want to take it even a step further than that. I would encourage you guys to go ahead and write some songs on the ukulele and put them on Instagram and tag me at Tenthumbs Pro, because I want to see the music that you are writing as well. Okay, all right. If you're watching this and you're not watching it live and you have any questions, or if you have uploaded your own song, leave a link to your original tune in the comments below, because we're going to kind of create like a songwriting community with these ideas, okay? All right, everybody, until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease. Keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on playing the ukulele. I'm going to keep on doing these live videos, and I'm going to keep on letting you know, because the idea is to have more of a classroom environment and an atmosphere, okay? All right, everybody, until next time. Stay greasy. Well, I'm going to answer a couple questions on my way out the door. How would you mix it up for the chorus if you have a set of chords? J-Mac, great question. One way to mix it up is to change the rhythm. One easy, super easy way to change the rhythm is just by adding an extra up. So let's say you have the chords for your chorus, and they are E flat, G minor, B flat, F. Ooh, that's a nice progression. All right, and so the whole time in the song, you're going down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Watch what happens when I change down, down, up into down, up, down, up, down. First is normal, and now with the extra up. You can also let one of those things ring out on the last chord to help mix it up as well. Finger picking is a great way as well when you go back into the chorus to help build intensity. When you're writing songs, you want to build intensity. You want it to grow and have a crescendo. I don't even know how to say it. And anyone who speaks Italian can help me translate crescendo. Or está creciendo. Anyone who speaks Spanish, it's growing. You want the tension to grow. It's tension and release. So that's why when you choose your key for C, for example, you want your last chord to be C, because that is where your tension is released. So when I go G7, oh, tense, ow, ow, ah, ah. Ah. And that's the whole time what we're trying to do when we're writing a song. We're trying to create musical tension that gives us satisfaction when it's released. And that happens with the key and the tonic note. This is the most music theory that we've ever taught on Tenthumbs, so I hope flying over your head. Quick question, I am in Medellin right now for show. This is my home. Yo vivo acá hace como 8 años más o menos. Yo trabajaba en Colombia Americana en el centro donde está el palo. Gracias, Ana. Muy buena onda. También te amo. Gracias. All right. Any other questions on my way out there, or last questions about songwriting? Or I'm going to open up the floor. Do you guys have any questions about anything music related, any way I can help you, specifically a riff or anything like that you're working out? Any more questions? Cheers, love to uke. I'm happy that it helped you so much, man. I would love, hey, Poland, man. Never been to Poland, but I'd love to. I would love that you write a song, love to uke, man, and put it in this feed. Or if you're a little more bashful, send it to me as a direct message at Tenthumbs Pro on Instagram, because I'd love to get some feedback with your songwriting as well. How do you sing while playing? May, the key to sing while playing is trying to nail the changes with the chords. So you think about these things called keywords. What's a song? It's called Union Man. It goes, I go to work every day. I take home a decent pay. So what I'm doing is I go to work every day. And I know that every is the syllable that I need to sing on this C chord. So those are kind of like your target notes, like you're playing darts. I go to work every day. And I take home a decent pay. So I know decent is on my D and pay is on my G. By knowing exactly where those words are on the changes, you're going to really speed up your ability to nail the changes and sing in time. It's worth, Stephanie Valencia, también eres de Medellin. It also goes worth, yeah, you can use blue chords. It also, Germany, I got a lot of good compliments. It also goes worth, any plans for theory, technique, Jacob, yeah, man, a lot of theory and technique in the future. I think what I'm going to do is do more of these theories and technique videos because I like the ability to answer these questions. So maybe we'll do a live video on how to turn the C major scale and harmonize it into chords as well, because I really like to be able to answer your questions when we're doing these. Next live stream, I don't know, love to uke, man, maybe in 2 weeks. I'm thinking about making this a Friday thing, because I enjoy interacting with you guys. It's really nice to be able to hear what you have to say. I have a song written, but I can't figure out how to perform it with the uke. Okay, Diego, do you only have the lyrics? Do you only have, can you sing it? Or what exactly, how far in the song is it? I know how to sing and play at the same time, but I just don't know what to write about. I'd like to write a song for my girlfriend, but I don't know what to say. That's called writer's block. So sometimes, hey, New York, you're awesome, my brother. Take care, man. So one thing that I would recommend with that is maybe you're thinking about it too much. Be honest. Keep it simple. What does she mean to you, man? Is she your friend? Tell her she's your friend. You like her hair? Tell her you like her hair. Pumpkin pie? Tell her she smells like pumpkin pie, man. I'm not, okay, Madison, I'm not quite sure what keys in music are. Can you quickly explain? Yes, I can. A key comes from a scale. So for example, the C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And those notes make up the key of C major. Now, when you hear referring to chords, those notes also create chords. The C chord, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and C as well. So you get your chords by building them from the scale, which determines your key, all right? Again, right in that description, there's a free PDF for all you guys watching. It's not, it says Patreon, but it's free for everyone. It's a public post. And that has the chords for the key of C, D, E, G, A, and maybe even F. So 6 keys. And by looking at that, you can look at it and see the chords. You can determine what songs that you're already playing, what keys they're in, and that's going to help you jam as well. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap it up. I have the singing notes and the ukulele chords down, but it's tough for me to put it together. Okay, all right. Diego, try it without a strum pattern, my friend. Try it piece by piece, and don't necessarily worry right away about getting all that strum pattern down. Just see where the changes are. Like word, 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 word. And that'll help iron out the secrets. MP Valencia, todo bien, panita. Que estés bien y hablamos pronto, pues. All right, everybody. I will see you in 2 Fridays. I'll check that page out. Please do, Madison, because just that download is just a free PDF, and it's everything we talked about today that you can read and follow along, and it's meant for everybody because I want you guys to get writing those songs. You're welcome, Diego. I'm happy I could help you guys, and I'm going to try to see you guys in 2 weeks. Saludos para California, todo bien, papá. Yo pasé un tiempo para allá en California también, en un pueblito que se llama La Honda, al lado de Pescadero, cerca de Half Moon Bay. Madison, take care. Thank you for watching. Love to Uke. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Appreciate all you guys for joining this live stream. And again, think about these ideas. Think about your questions. Rewatch this video. Leave questions below because the idea is to take you from just playing. Gracias. Para vos también. To take you from just playing a couple chords to really rocking and rolling at the next level. Okay? All right, everybody. Have an awesome day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tenthumbspro.com. Rock and roll, love, peace, and chicken grease, folks. All good. All right, now we just got to figure out how to stop this thing. Take care. Well, you know what? I'm going to play you my song on the way out. Why not? If you're watching, it's because you like Tenthumbs. So this is, I'll make myself vulnerable so that way you guys can see. Written on a ukulele by an amateur sounds like. Here we go. I go to work every day. I take home a decent pay. Life for me is not that hard, 'cause I got my union card. I'm a union man, I'm a union man. Union man, I'm a union man. Some jobs had to go, some as far as Mexico. Me though, I have faith, 'cause I know my union's great. I'm a union man, I'm a union man. Union man, I'm a union man. Have faith in us, that's what they say. On my table I got no bread, 'cause my job, it is long gone. All I got is this here song. I'm a union man, I'm a union man. Union man, I'm a union man. All right, everybody, there it was. So you can see that anyone can do it. If your teacher Tenthumbs can do it, we can all do it, all right? Just a little basic something for you, okay? Nothing but the best vibes. Nothing but the best vibes. I'm going camping, so I'm going to go get my tent right now. Love all you guys, and maybe we'll try to do this again in 2 weeks. Follow Facebook, so I'll let you know, okay?